Access your free language gifts right now before they expire. First, the Talking About Language PDF conversation cheat sheet. This cheat sheet will teach you how to talk about languages and phrases like, I can speak a little bit of, I've been learning for 3 years, and much more. Second, do you know how to connect ideas in your target language? With this 1-minute lesson, you'll pick up must-know words like but, also, instead, therefore, and much more. Third, the 50 most common nouns that all beginners must know. Do you know all of these nouns? If not, this lesson teaches you the 50 must-know nouns fast. Learn them effortlessly with the audio slideshow tool inside. Fourth, the 50 most common verbs all beginners must know. How well do you know your verbs? This lesson will drill the 50 most common verbs into your head. Just use the free audio slideshow tool inside. Fifth, the All the Language You Need for Everyday Life cheat sheet bundle. Get all of our best conversation cheat sheets rolled up into one with this gift. Download it right now before it disappears. And sixth, free language learning audiobooks for anyone who's watched this far. If you visit the link below, we'll send you over to our library of language learning audiobooks, which you can get for free. Save them to your device and listen and learn. They're yours to keep forever. To get your gifts and language learning resources, click the link in the description below. Download them right now before they expire.
Hi everyone! Welcome to Ask Keijin. My name is Keijin. 안녕하세요, Keijin입니다. In this series, I'll answer your Korean questions. So if you have any questions, please let me know by clicking the link in the description. Or you can go to koreanclass101.com/ask-keijin. So ask many questions. Today I picked questions related to difficult Korean pronunciation. Okay, so let's look at the first question. How can I pronounce oh? This is a difficult vowel, right? I think, you know the English word earth has very similar vowel sound, like this in Korean. It's not exactly same because English and Korean, those are different languages. But sound is very similar to earth. And let me show you how you can pronounce these sounds. Basically, this sound is between and o. So, try to pronounce naturally. You have this shape of mouth, right? Now, with this shape of mouth, try to pronounce o. First, o. You try to pronounce o with the mouth shape, then it sounds very similar to the o sound. So let's compare the sound. First, we have this sound, sound. 가지. This one, 가지, It contains sound. 가지. It means eggplant, the vegetable. 가지, It's easy for you, right? 가지. It also has another meaning, which is branch from the tree. 가지. And this sound would be also easy for you too, I think. It's 고지, 고. Easy, right? 고지, 오. It's notice. 고지. So it's 가지, 고지, and let's pronounce beggar in Korean with this o sound. So 가지, 고지, 오. Now, ka. Try to pronounce ka sound, ka. And try to pronounce o with this mouth shape, as in 거지. So this is how Korean people pronounce this word, beggar. 거지. So 가지, 거지, 고지. 가, 거, 고. So this ko sound is really between ka and ko. Please practice this sound because I know in many languages this sound doesn't exist and you might find this sound difficult. But in Korean, we use this sound so often. So try to practice it. Here's the second question. how can I pronounce 의? 의. Ah, right. In English, this sound doesn't exist. So I know many people, many Korean learners find this sound difficult to pronounce. So today let's practice it together. So 짠! Here are some example words. Example words. Do you know how to pronounce this vowel, by the way? It's sound. And this one is E sound. So basically it's combined two vowels, combining two vowels. E. E. When you pronounce it quickly, it sounds like this. 의. Yes, it's 의. So, doctor in Korean is 의사. So it's 의. It's clearly 의. 의사. Good? Now please listen to this sound. It's 희망. Oh? Do you hear the 의 sound here? Like 희망. Nope. The pronunciation here is 희망. So this sound dropped. And just think this is like 희망. Yes, the sound is different. Why? If there is any consonant here, then the pronunciation become E. So now there's H sound. Here is more like H sound. So there is some consonant. So it's not 희망, it's 희망. We only pronounce this 의 sound like this, 의 sound, when there is this 이응 consonant. 이응 is basically a placeholder, so it doesn't have any sound. It's silent. So it's 의사. There is a consonant sound, so I don't need to pronounce this sound. It's just 희망. As you can see here, it means hope. If you are a fan of BTS, you know J-Hope, right? J-Hope in Korean is 희망. Okay, then let's look at the next word, which is 강의. It means lecture. 강의. Do you hear my pronunciation? 강의. Yes. It's weird, right? I said if this 의 sound is in the middle of the syllable, not in the first syllable, then you pronounce it like E, as in 강의. But if you want, you can pronounce it like 의, 강의. It's okay. It's acceptable according to the pronunciation rule in Korea. So it's 강의 is okay, but 강의 is easier to pronounce it, right? So native speakers like me pronounce it 강의 more commonly instead of 강의. But both of them are acceptable. Both of them are correct. But again, 강의 is more common. Okay, then how can I pronounce this? It's 나의. So it's in the middle of the syllable, right? Middle of the syllable. So I need to pronounce it like 나이, right? I'm sorry, but nope. This 의 is different. Here, this 의사, 희망, 강의 is just part of the word. It's just one syllable of the word. But 의 here is a particle. You know the possessive particle 의? Here is used as the possessive particle 의. So 나 means I or me. 의 means possessive particle. It's like of or s. So it literally means eyes or miss. But in natural English, it's just my. So when it's used as a possessive marking particle, then the pronunciation is like 에. So 나의 means my. For example, 짠. Imagine you want to say this word. 친구 가방. So you want to say my friend's bag. My friend's bag. 친구 is friend. 의 is like possessive marking particle. So 친구의 means friends, my friends. 가방 means a bag. So my friend's bag is 친구의 가방 because 의 here is possessive marking particle. So the pronunciation should be 에, 친구의 가방. Or 엄마의 책. 엄마 means mom, and 의 possessive marking particle. 책 means a book. So 엄마의 책 means mom's book. Mom's book. 엄마의 책. Did you get it? So we learned a lot about 의, but let me quickly review it for you. First, if this 의 with this 이응 comes at the beginning of the syllable, as used as a first syllable of the word, then this 의 is clearly pronounced like 의사. But even if it's the first syllable and there is a consonant sound, it's not 이응, it's not the silent placeholder 이응, but there is h sound or other consonant. Anything is okay. If there is any consonant here, then the sound is not 의 anymore. It sounds like 이, as in 희망, hope, 희망. Now, this 의 sound is in the middle of the syllable. It's not the first syllable, in the middle of the syllable. Even if it's a placeholder 이응 or silent 이응 is here, well, the pronunciation changes. It's not 의 since it's in the middle. So it's 강의. But again, it's acceptable to say 강의. 강의 is totally okay. But native Korean people say it like 강의 more commonly because it's easier to pronounce it. Next, we have this possessive marking particle. 의. Well, this is 의, but in the word. But when it's used as a possessive marking particle, the pronunciation is 에, as in 나의. 나의 is acceptable, but more commonly 나의 is used in Korea. Okay, so what's the last question of the day? How can I pronounce 리을? This is pretty confusing because when you see the Korean romanization, it's sometimes R, sometimes L. Which one is correct? And how can I pronounce it? 짠! First, let's look at the location of your tongue. So this is your mouth. This is your mouth. And when you pronounce L sound, your tongue touches this part. Do you see the red dot? Yes, your tongue touches here. L. And when you pronounce R, your tongue is like around here. But Korean real sound touch this part. So L. I pronounce L Korean real and R. L Korean real R. La, ra. So it's between that. That's why sometimes the romanization is like L, sometimes it's like R. But actually, it's none of them. L and R are not Korean real. But there's no English sound similar to real sound. That's why we borrowed L and R romanization, but it's none of them. The location of your tongue is between R and L here. You touch this part. Da. Okay. Now let's talk about your tongue shape. So imagine this is your tongue and this is your teeth. And when you pronounce la, L sound, you touch your teeth the back side of your teeth like this, right? And this is R. R, L. R, L. R, L. And this is how you pronounce it. But when you pronounce the Korean R sound, your tongue shape is a little bit more flat. So, la, 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 la is English. La, la. But Korean tongue is more like this. La, ra, 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 ra. L, 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 L. La, ra, ra. L, L, L. So, compared to the English pronunciation, your tongue is more flat to pronounce this Korean real sound. Does it make sense? So touch this part of your mouth when you pronounce real. And your tongue should not be so rolled like this. So I would say the shape of your tongue would be between English L and D. When you pronounce D, your tongue is a little bit like flat. It's between that. Between L and D. Now let's talk about the sound. Sound of real. English L sound is very tense, like L, ball, football, ball, L. It's very tense. But if Korean people pronounce this ball. You use the ball when you do the sports, right? When Korean people pronounce the same words in Korean pronunciation, our real sound isn't that much tensed. English ball. In Korean, that's 볼. Ball. It's very tensed. But in Korean, that's 볼. It's very light. 볼. So, well, don't try to put too much tension like English L. So I prepared some example words. Okay, the first word that we have is 리본. Yes, it's from English. It's ribbon. Ribbon in Korean is 리본. It's not ribbon. It's 리본. Are you okay with it? Let's look at the second sound. Future in Korean is 미래. It's not mirror or mille. It's not the L sound. Especially if the L sound is used in the romanization, a lot of students pronounce it like this. So please remember, if this real sound is in the middle of the syllable, especially after the vowel. B, E, E. It ends with vowel sound. And real comes, then it's more like R sound. It's very different, but I couldn't find the other alphabet letter from English. That's why I'm just using the R sound. But it's definitely not L sound, because if it's L sound, the sounds will be like mille. If you say mille, to Korean people, it sounds like mille. So it's definitely not L. If you don't know how to pronounce Korean real sound, I would say it's a little bit more similar to R sound. It's a 미래. It's not exactly R sound, but again, it's definitely not L sound. It's more like 미래. It's very important to remember. At the beginning of the syllable is very, very similar to L sound, like 리본. Again, it's different. But I would say it's similar to, closer. It's closer. But I would say it's closer to L sound. But if it's after the vowel is closer to R sound. It's 미래. Okay. How about this word? 달력. It means a calendar. Calendar is 달력. Now there are two real like this. 달력, 달력. If there are double vowels, it sounds very similar to English L, like 달력, 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 달력. Next, we have 하늘, 하늘, 하늘. It means sky. Sky is 하늘. When you use this real sound at the end of the syllable, then it's closer to L sound. But again, it's not so tensed. So it's not 하늘. It's not 하늘. 하늘. It's not like that. It's 하늘. 하늘. It's not tensed. 하늘. 하늘. So Korean real sound is very different from English L and R. L and R, right? So please practice these sounds a lot. You need Korean muscle to pronounce real Korean real sound. Try to pronounce the words with the rules that I taught you. I just explained how to shape your tongue, the location of your tongue, etc., etc. So practice, practice, practice. That's it for this lesson. Today I answered 3 questions about difficult Korean pronunciation. If you have any other questions, please click the link in the description or go to koreanclass101.com/ask-Kjin. Thanks for watching. I'm Kjin and I'll see you on koreanclass101.com. 다음 시간에 봐요.
Are you struggling to understand conversations in your target language? This video will improve your listening skills using practice dialogues. How do you know if your language skills are improving? Our team of teachers have designed a free quiz to determine your actual learning level. So click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for you. In this lesson, you'll listen to a dialogue with the text. Second, you'll review the key vocabulary followed by the English translations. And finally, you'll review the dialogue with the text again to master what you learned. First, listen to the dialogue with the text on the screen.
수진 씨, 안녕하세요. 누구 강아지예요?
저희 집 강아지예요.
수진 씨의 강아지는 아주 커요. 강아지의 이름이 뭐예요?
제 강아지 이름이 포로예요. 민호 씨는 애완동물 길러요?
네, 저는 고양이가 한 마리 있어요. 제 고양이의 이름은 주주예요.
Now you'll hear the key vocabulary, followed by the English translation.
크다,
To be big.
크다, 크다. 애완동물,
Pet.
애완동물, 애완동물. 누구,
Who.
누구, 누구. 이름,
Name.
이름, 이름. 아주,
Very.
아주, 아주. 강아지,
Puppy.
강아지, 강아지. 마리,
Counting unit for animals.
마리, 마리. 고양이,
Cat.
고양이, 고양이.
Finally, let's review the dialogue again. See if you can understand more this time.
수진 씨, 안녕하세요. 누구 강아지예요?
저희 집 강아지예요.
수진 씨의 강아지는 아주 커요. 강아지의 이름이 뭐예요?
제 강아지 이름이 포로예요. 민호 씨는 애완동물 길러요?
네, 저는 고양이가 한 마리 있어요. 제 고양이의 이름은 주주예요.
This is the end of the lesson. In this lesson, you improved your listening and mastered key vocabulary for everyday life conversation. Don't forget to click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for your learning level. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson. Are you struggling to understand conversations in your target language? This video will improve your listening skills using practice dialogues. How do you know if your language skills are improving? Our team of teachers have designed a free quiz to determine your actual learning level. So click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for you. In this lesson, you'll listen to a dialogue with the text. Second, you'll review the key vocabulary followed by the English translations. And finally, you'll review the dialogue with the text again to master what you learned. First, listen to the dialogue with the text on the screen.
수진 씨는 몇 시에 일어나요?
저는 6시에 일어나고 7시에 학교에 가요.
그러면 보통 몇 시에 저녁 식사를 먹어요?
5시에 저녁 식사를 먹고 6시에 집에 가요. 민호 씨는 저녁 식사를 언제 먹어요?
저는 8시에 저녁 식사를 먹고 9시에 집에 가요.
Now you'll hear the key vocabulary, followed by the English translation.
일어나다,
To get up. To wake up.
일어나다, 일어나다. 먹다,
To eat.
먹다, 먹다. 몇,
How many?
몇. 학교에 가다,
To go to school.
학교에 가다, 학교에 가다. 집에 가다,
To go back home.
집에 가다, 집에 가다. 저녁 식사,
Dinner.
저녁 식사, 저녁 식사. 보통,
Usually.
보통, 보통. 그러면,
Then. If that is the case.
그러면, 그러면.
Finally, let's review the dialogue again. See if you can understand more this time.
수진 씨는 몇 시에 일어나요?
저는 6시에 일어나고 7시에 학교에 가요.
그러면 보통 몇 시에 저녁 식사를 먹어요?
5시에 저녁 식사를 먹고 6시에 집에 가요. 민호 씨는 저녁 식사를 언제 먹어요?
저는 8시에 저녁 식사를 먹고 9시에 집에 가요.
This is the end of the lesson. In this lesson, you improved your listening and mastered key vocabulary for everyday life conversation. Don't forget to click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for your learning level. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson. Are you struggling to understand conversations in your target language? This video will improve your listening skills using practice dialogues. How do you know if your language skills are improving? Our team of teachers have designed a free quiz to determine your actual learning level. So click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for you. In this lesson, you'll listen to a dialogue with the text. Second, you'll review the key vocabulary followed by the English translations. And finally, you'll review the dialogue with the text again to master what you learned. First, listen to the dialogue with the text on the screen.
모두 숙제를 내세요.
선생님, 오늘은 뭐 해요?
오늘은 시험을 칠 거예요. 책은 책상 및 서랍에 넣어주세요.
몇 시까지 시험을 칠 거예요?
9시부터 11시까지 시험을 칠 거예요. 정답은 한글로 쓰세요.
Now you'll hear the key vocabulary, followed by the English translation.
선생님,
Teacher.
선생님, 선생님, 밑,
Under.
밑, 밑, 내다,
To submit. To turn in.
내다, 내다, 모두,
Everyone. Everything. All.
모두, 모두, 치다,
To play. A sport. To hit. A ball.
치다, 치다, 숙제,
Homework. Assignment.
숙제, 숙제,
Finally, let's review the dialogue again. See if you can understand more this time.
모두 숙제를 내세요.
선생님, 오늘은 뭐 해요?
오늘은 시험을 칠 거예요. 책은 책상 및 서랍에 넣어주세요.
몇 시까지 시험을 칠 거예요?
9시부터 11시까지 시험을 칠 거예요. 정답은 한글로 쓰세요.
This is the end of the lesson. In this lesson, you improved your listening and mastered key vocabulary for everyday life conversation. Don't forget to click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for your learning level. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson. Are you struggling to understand conversations in your target language? This video will improve your listening skills using practice dialogues. How do you know if your language skills are improving? Our team of teachers have designed a free quiz to determine your actual learning level. So click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for you. In this lesson, you'll listen to a dialogue with the text. Second, you'll review the key vocabulary, followed by the English translations. And finally, you'll review the dialogue with the text again to master what you learned. First, listen to the dialogue with the text on the screen.
민호 씨는 생일이 언제예요?
제 생일은 10월 17일이에요. 수진 씨는요?
우와, 저도 10월 17일이에요. 몇 년생이에요?
저는 93년생이에요. 수진 씨는요?
저는 94년생이에요. 그러면 우리 같이 생일 파티예요.
네, 좋아요.
Now you'll hear the key vocabulary, followed by the English translation.
년생,
Born in the year of.
년생, 년생. 생일 파티,
Birthday party.
생일 파티, 생일 파티. 우와,
Wow.
우와, 우와. 파티,
Party.
파티, 파티. 언제,
When.
언제, 언제. 생일,
birthday,
생일, 생일. 우리,
we, us, our.
우리, 우리.
Finally, let's review the dialogue again. See if you can understand more this time.
민호 씨는 생일이 언제예요?
제 생일은 10월 17일이에요. 수진 씨는요?
우와, 저도 10월 17일이에요. 몇 년생이에요?
저는 93년생이에요. 수진 씨는요?
저는 94년생이에요. 그러면 우리 같이 생일 파티예요.
네, 좋아요.
This is the end of the lesson. In this lesson, you improved your listening and mastered key vocabulary for everyday life conversation. Don't forget to click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for your learning level. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson.
저기요, 물 주세요.
In the next minute, you'll be challenged to order at a restaurant. First, let's look at some examples.
저기요. 물 주세요.
저기요, 메뉴 주세요.
저기요. 이거 주세요.
Let's practice.
레스토랑에 있습니다. 물을 시키세요.
네, 알겠습니다.
How did you do? You can consider this practice exercise successful if you were able to answer in the given time, completed a pattern with an item, and used the sentence pattern featured in this example.
저기요. 물 주세요.
Try this practice exercise again if you want to improve your fluency or skill in any of these areas.
이거 2인분 주세요.
In the next minute, you'll be challenged to ask for 2 or more of something. First, let's look at some examples.
이거 2인분 주세요.
이거 3인분 주세요.
이거 4인분 주세요.
Let's practice.
레스토랑에 있습니다. 2인분을 시키세요.
주문하시겠어요? 네, 알겠습니다.
How did you do? You can consider this practice exercise successful if you were able to answer in the given time, completed a pattern with a number, and used the sentence pattern featured in this example.
이거 3인분 주세요.
Try this practice exercise again if you want to improve your fluency or skill in any of these areas.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Monthly Review, the monthly show on language learning, where you discover new learning strategies, motivational tips, study tools, and resources. By the way, all the lessons and bonuses you're about to see can be downloaded for free on our website. So click the link in the description right now to sign up for your free lifetime account. Okay, today's topic is how to integrate self-study and learning with a teacher and learn faster. Since you're learning a language, are you learning on your own or are you also learning with a teacher? If you are, but if you're learning different things on the app and different things from your teacher, you're actually spreading yourself thin and slowing your progress. And that's because you're skipping key steps of the learning process. So today, you'll discover why learning separate things from separate sources slows you down, how combining the two helps you learn faster and hits on all the key steps of the learning process, and how to apply these tactics. But first, if you're looking for new free language resources and downloads, here are this month's new lessons and resources. Be sure to download these now before we take them down in a few days. First, the Talking About Language PDF Conversation Cheat Sheet. This cheat sheet will teach you how to talk about languages and phrases like, I can speak a little bit of, I've been learning for 3 years, and much more. And second, the All the Language You Need for Everyday Life Cheat Sheet Bundle, where you get all of our best conversation cheat sheets rolled up into one with this gift. To get your free resources, click the link in the description below right now. They're yours to keep forever. How to integrate self-study and learning with a teacher and learn faster. Part 1. Do you combine self-study and learning with others? If you think about it, most language learners learn on their own with a few different resources, a few apps, and maybe a textbook. And then you have learners that do both self-study and learning with a tutor. But for the most part, they learn different things from different sources. Words on this app, different phrases on that app, and maybe some unrelated grammar with a tutor. Is this something you do? Because if you do, then this disconnected approach can slow your language progress down. How exactly? There's a simple formula to learning successfully. Successful learning requires 1. Acquiring new information, 2. Practicing using what you've learned, 3. Getting feedback and implementing it, and then 4. Getting assessed, someone telling you if you're on the right track or not. So if you want to learn fast, you'll want to do all of these things. Now, if you're learning alone, then you're mostly just acquiring new information. New words from this app, unrelated phrases from that app, and so on. You're just jumping from resource to resource without practicing and getting feedback on what you've learned. And you're not going to remember what you learn as well. You're missing some critical steps of the learning process, namely the practice, feedback, and assessment from a native teacher. And even if you are learning on your own and with a teacher, but there's no overlap with your self-study, you're still missing the practice for what you're doing on your own. So it's best to combine your self-study with what you're doing with a teacher, so that you learn on your own and go on to practice what you've learned with a teacher and get feedback. Now, you might be thinking, why not just learn with a teacher then, without self-study? If you're learning with a tutor or teacher, then it also becomes a question of time. You're on a limited schedule. Your teachers are on a limited schedule. Plus, you have to pay for their time too. Let's say you have 1 hour of classes a week with a native speaking teacher. How would you want to spend it? Do you want to spend that hour listening to grammar explanations and learning new words? Or do you want to use that time practicing speaking and getting feedback? If you spend that hour learning words and grammar rules, then you have to wait until the next time to practice. And that takes even more time, money, and slows down your progress. So it's better to learn and prepare ahead of time on your own, and then practice those concepts with the teacher later. But if you don't prepare ahead of time, you become like that one person you probably had in your class. They didn't come prepared, and the teacher always had to stop and explain everything to them and slow the class down. There's always one person like that. And it'd be better for the student and their progress if they prepared on their own. So the point of integrating self-study and learning with others is to make the most of your time with a teacher. Practice what you've learned on your own and get feedback as you practice. Otherwise, if you come to a teacher without preparation, they'll just spend the time explaining grammar rules or reviewing vocabulary, and it's not actually implementing what you've learned on your own, which you won't get to practice until next time, if at all. And if you're just doing self-study, then you likely won't get a chance to practice at all. But it's the practice and feedback that helps the language stick, and that's the part you can't skip. Part 2. How to integrate self-study and learning with others. So, here's what you can do. 1. Join our live group classes. We're currently offering live group classes for Japanese, English, Italian, Chinese, Korean, Spanish, French, Portuguese, German, Greek, and Thai. Our live classes provide you with lessons you can study on your own, and then you get to practice with our teachers in the live classes. 2. Find a teacher or tutor that works with the same resource that you have, whether it's our program or a textbook. Have the tutor see what you're studying so they can match. And it's important that there's overlap, that what you're learning with the tutor and on your own is the same, so you can learn on your own and practice with the teacher. 3. You can also try our Premium Plus plan if you're not quite ready for live classes. Our Premium Plus teachers are familiar with our learning program, so there's no disconnect between what you learn on your own and what you'll learn with them. And 4, find a friend or a community that's learning with the same resource as you. That way, you can practice with them and they can step in and clear up any questions that you may have. So, do you combine self-study and learning with others, or do you plan to? Leave us a comment. So thank you for watching this episode of Monthly Review. Next time, we'll talk about your pronunciation is terrible. Is pronunciation important or not? If you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. And if you're ready to finally learn language the fast, fun, and easy way and start speaking from your very first lesson, get our complete learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account right now. Click the link in the description. See you next time. Bye! If you want to learn the language fast, there are some little-known learning hacks that you can use with our system. 5 learning hacks that you didn't know about. And in this quick guide, you'll discover 1. How to understand and pick up on every word with the read-along method. 2. How to improve your speaking and pronunciation with one tool. 3. How to immerse yourself in native dialogues, and much more. But first, if you don't yet have access to our language learning system, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to get your free lifetime account. Ever listen to a conversation between native speakers and wish you could follow along with a transcript? Well, you can. In fact, listening and reading along is a popular learning hack for mastering a language. You pick up on every word, you improve your listening skills, reading skills, and engage multiple senses at once, which improves recall. And you can do just that with our lessons. On every lesson page, you get the complete word-for-word transcript to read along with. Shadowing is another popular language learning trick, and it's where you repeat what you hear as a way to improve your speaking skills. So as you're taking our lessons, you can shadow the lesson conversation, and you can do this easily with the line-by-line audio dialogue, which breaks up the conversation into individual lines. Just press play on the audio to listen and then repeat. You can also use the pronunciation practice tool to compare yourself to native speakers. Just press the microphone icon, record yourself speaking the line, and then you can hear how your pronunciation compares to the native speaker. The dialogue tracks give you just the conversation of the lessons, no translations, so that you can review the conversations without retaking lessons. And if you're learning with our app, you can just set the dialogue tracks on autoplay and immerse yourself in different types of dialogues, boost your listening skills, and drill all the conversations into your brain. Just go into the settings on the app, and in autoplay, make sure autoplay is on. Turn on dialogue, turn off the other tracks, also set play next lessons to on, and the app will do the rest for you. Now, if you're not sure whether you're getting the most out of the lesson or not, well, if you follow our lesson checklists, you'll walk away knowing more of the language guaranteed. This premium PDF can be found inside the PDF download section of the lesson and gives you bonus tips to follow. Just print out the checklist and fill it out with every lesson. The word bank is kind of like your extended brain, where you can save words and phrases that you come across to the word bank, so you review them later. Just look for the word bank in the vocabulary menu on the site. But what's cool is you can also create printable study sheets for your words and phrases as well. Just click on Printer-Friendly Version. You can also click Export Word Bank. If you've organized and labeled your words into categories, such as verbs and adjectives, you can select that label and export it as a PDF. Then print the file out. You can write on it and keep it as physical study material. So, if you want to learn the language and get access to these learning tools and our learning system, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to get your free lifetime account. Remember, here's what you can do to learn all of these words by heart. Drill these words with our spaced repetition flashcards, which will help cement these words into your long-term memory. Save them to the Word Bank, your personal vocabulary collection where you can print out your own study sheets, or review the words with our looped vocabulary slideshow and play it until you know all of the words. So click the link in the description right now and sign up for your free lifetime account to get these lessons and study tools. Great work! Here's a reward. Speed up your language learning with our PDF lessons. Get all of our best PDF cheat sheets and ebooks for free. Just click the link in the description.